Hi guys, it's Katya here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's that time of the year where I've started using my ring lights just because there is no sun. So in today's video I will be showing you some of the plants that I've gotten in the past few weeks. So the first plant that I got is this gorgeous Monstera Thai constellation. If you've seen mine, you know that it's very less speckly. Not that I mind, I do think it's still beautiful, but this is one of these really splashy ties which I just love. So I got this one as a trade. I traded one of my stem cuttings for the stop cutting. As you can see, it is currently rooting in water. It was initially rooting in perlite. I've had the best success with water in terms of Monstera, so I'm just keeping it in here. If we check the roots, you can see there is one main root that is slowly growing and it has started to branch here, and there's another smaller branch here. It's a really nice tie. Like, I was so happy that I got it because I always wanted a more variegated one, but I never went and bought it just because they're still expensive. Like, people be selling like highly variegated ties that clearly just came from tissue culture labs as a baby plants for like €100. I'm like, it's fine. So as you can see, it is a quite mature. It has still mid-rib fenestrations and it has also started to get ruffles on the edges of the leaves. So the second batch of plants that I got were actually imports. I got them from a company called Cartel Down. I got 3 anthuriums roughly about 2 weeks back. They have already started acclimatizing and some are even growing new leaves. So this is like a really good import experience. First one is this beautiful. This is actually a VGI crossed with Modanum. I didn't know I needed this until I saw it and I was like, oh. So as you can see, this is the freshest leaf, or like the newest leaf. It retains its reddish color for so long. Like, this is clearly one of the Modanum's features. So the older leaves are not as special, but even this one, which is a previous leaf, it's still relatively dark and it does have a lot of reddish pigmentation still. It's extremely prominent on the back sides of the leaves. You can just see the pink venation that it runs. It's amazing. It also has big roots. It has just started to acclimatize. It did have a big root ball, but I did end up having to cut a lot of roots. The cataphyll is actually getting thicker and it's kind of opening right here, so it's slowly getting ready to push out a new leaf. And then we have some smaller anthuriums. The second one, which I've wanted for a very long time, is this gorgeous Anthurium Dark Phoenix. This one is extremely heart-shaped. Even like at such juvenile stage, you can clearly see that it resembles the Dark Phoenix so much. And the mother plant of this one is gorgeous. This plant had a new leaf when it arrived to me. What I do with new leaves, especially on such baby plants, I always cut them away. So I don't want a plant wasting energy on pushing out a new leaf that will in 99% end up somewhat deformed or smaller than usual. I kind of just wanted to focus its energy on the root formation, which it has. It has started to push one new root here, which is really nice, just because this one had the worst roots of them all, but they were by no means like what I've gotten before in my previous imports. It is pushing out a new leaf. Overall, I'm surprised because for a moment I did think it was yellowing, but I guess it stopped. So another small anthurium from the same batch. This is actually Anthurium papillilaminum crossed with subsagittatum. I'm gonna show you the picture of what this mature specimen should look like. It's really interesting and I do kind of dig it. It does have very elongated leaves and you can kind of see that. So it doesn't have very prominent lobes, which is subsagittatum. To my surprise, it's also pushing out a new leaf. There's also one new juicy root here, and I also saw another start of the root. I'm really curious what this will become, really. I also got some seeds in an import, which was a really good experience because I never imported seeds from Indonesia, even though I did get seeds from America. I don't know why I kind of distinguished those two. Anyways, so I got 2 seeds of, so basically a hybrid of 2 hybrids of hops. So the seeds are actually very thick. Like, for a seed, they're like a good seed. And they came with a tiny root, and for the first few days that I had them, they were kind of just staying stagnant, but then they really sped up and we do have their first leaves, which is really nice. I've kind of just moved them into a bigger container because they kept drying too much. So this is also probably one of the reasons why this leaf is smaller, but I'm pretty sure they will catch up. Okay, we're done with the import, and then the next one is plant that I gave away and it has made its way back to me. So this is actually Anthurium spades crossed with Magnificum. So I got 2 of the seeds last year. One of them grew into a really beautiful specimen, but then I once decided to cut it and it rotted. Like, it had such a long stem and all the bits rotted. So I did end up trading one of these. So this is the second seed, which has always been slower and the leaves yellowish. Like, it has always been that. It will push out a new leaf and then that leaf would be fine until it started to push out another leaf, and then that previous leaf would get yellow. So it was like a vicious cycle that never ended. No matter the conditions, the light, the water, the temperatures, the fertilizer, like, it didn't care, it just yellowed. We're back, but I have 2 plants to try and save them now. Jean actually ended up propagating them. They're both pushing out new leaves, which is exciting. I was thinking of separating them into separate pots. So yeah, let's make it my mission to grow this into beautiful plants. Then next one, which I've wanted for a freaking long time. So this may actually look like a mature form of adansoniia, but it's not. It's some sort of monstera. Jean had it growing on a moss ball and it has reached like really nice leaves. This one is, you can see it's crisp and all that, but I don't care, I just wanted the wet stick of it. Its aerial root that has grown into the moss ball has actually ended up turning to mush, which is oh well, but I've just noticed that, as you can see, there's already an active auxiliary bud right here, so a gorgeous specimen if you ask me. And then I got another wet stick that I currently have sitting with 2 maharanis. So this is a wet stick of some obliqua that's really interesting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get an ID, but I think Miti also has it. My last obliqua, which is Amazonas, has decided to go to shit, so I don't have a obliqua anymore, which is kind of sad, but we're starting from a wet stick once again. So yeah, this was it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and hit the notification button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!